welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here. Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
Bobby. And listen to me. This is a big deal today.
It is, yeah.
Because, as you guys know, getting guests is difficult.
It is.
And in theory, it should be a third of the guests are mine, a third, and we know it's like 95 and 5.
I was going to say, is this 2 for Rob, his second, or is this
Well,
third?
but this one's different. Bobby didn't do any work for this. This was an inbound.
I fielded the lead.
This was an
Fielded
inbound.
the lead. Yeah, I fielded the lead.
So
he saw the duck on the pond, and he went ahead and got it. Just for clarification, though, I still hold the best views for the one guest I did bring in.
Charley Tony.
Yeah, that's right, Charley Tony. Okay.
Beat Jenny and Dave Mars.
He did. He did.
By a lot.
By a lot.
Yeah,
Not even close.
It was good.
That's all that counts, you know?
Yeah. So after, when we're going through this, we're always talking about who can we bring, and nobody goes to more new restaurants in town than Rob. And he goes, oh, I met the owners. I go, did you ask him the podcast? No. I forgot. I didn't ask him the podcast. And so he's got more connections, but he never asked anybody. And he goes, you'll never believe I got an inbound text of someone coming on the podcast, and they're bringing bourbon. So he feels good about himself today.
I screenshotted it and I sent it off to them, and I'm like,
job security.
And he's done nothing since.
Yeah.
Well, man, his reviews of me were rigorous. I think he did a full background check on me, made sure I wasn't an
I was like, come on, let me know what time you wanted me.
I go, Rob,
just that I could bust their balls. Does he have a pulse? You're here.
I go, Rob, who is this guy? What is this dude? I have no idea.
It doesn't matter.
I have no idea. He's the homeless guy in front of the Walmart in Pleasant Grove, but he reached out to me.
We're having fun. He's got a phone and he has bourbon.
I love it.
Yeah.
So we usually start with the bourbon, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
okay?
Tell us about it.
Okay.
Well, let's introduce Charley.
Oh yeah.
So this is Charley Preston from the Workbench Collective.
Yes.
And again, our first inbound lead coming in. And he said, I'm first person.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, we've been outreaching.
Yeah.
And now he's bringing bourbon. Because also,
I'm trying to
Rob's job is to bring bourbon. And he goes, no, my guest is bringing bourbon on top of that, which was even funnier.
I want to be careful I don't push it too much, because this is going to start sounding great.
He's the happiest guy in the world right now. We're not going to give him any shit today.
Exactly. Josh is like, what'd you bring today? I'm like, I didn't bring anything. He goes,
my guest is bringing the bourbon.
I got you. Let's go, Rob. I got you. So hopefully you won't kick me off right now, but I'm not historically a big bourbon guy. I'm more of a Scotch. I'm a Scotch guy.
We'll convert you.
Well, okay. This is, we can. I love like Aberlour. I don't know what it is about the actual Scotch. Even the Japanese. Even the Japanese, the Yamazaki is delicious. Yeah. Anyway. But we've got a group of guys from church, and we try to do intentional stuff with our boys. And then about once a month we get together and we have some cigars and bourbon. And a buddy of mine there brought this Bardstown Discovery Series 10, and I thought, this is delicious. This might actually start bringing me over. So I haven't heard this one on your show. I apologize if this is a repeat.
We haven't had this.
Well, and these guys, my buddy Carlos, shout out to Carlos, is a huge Bardstown fan, and we went down on the tour. We went to Bardstown, and I bought some stuff, and they didn't love it.
Okay.
But we haven't tried this one yet either.
No. Okay.
No.
Well,
I like the weeded one. I liked a lot, and I like they had a few that we liked.
Yeah. My favorite Scotch is the Space Side. So I think it's usually like sherry cask. So it's got a little more of a sweet flavor to it. But I don't. I get those kind of vibes here from the Series 10.
It's weird that you went like usually you don't go to Scotch until like you graduate from.
I don't know. I just like you
went right into the deep
end.
Are you a Scotch guy at all?
A little bit.
Are you?
So I've started I have a few kinds that I really like, but not very many. I don't like when there's a lot of the peaty too.
Right.
Correct.
It's real smoky. Yeah. I don't. The names are just kind of badass, aren't they? Like Lagavulin.
Yeah. They are.
They kind of. It makes your chest a little hairier.
But it's almost like the affluent and the high end. They're drinking the Scotch, and it's like I can't get past the smell. I can't get. It just. Okay. It's so medicine-y for me. I can't. I don't. Yeah,
okay. But it's not Scotch, so we're drinking bourbon.
So what's the protocol for the pour?
Well, Matt always pours for himself.
Well, you pour yours.
Okay.
And then you just tell everyone else to figure it out. You have to worry about yourself.
All right.
It's like a normal group of guys.
Dog eat dog here. The bottle may not find its way back to you if Matt likes it. See, now watch what I do. Bobby, would you like some?
Sure.
See, what a gentleman. See that?
Well, these two, they're love-hate over
My poor little
some
finger,
some
I'm sorry.
days they're talking and they're happy, and some days
You got
they're not. Yeah.
That's right. You got the culture. You got the backwoods.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks for bringing it in.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Duly noted my guest bringing us bourbon.
Hey.
And Rob, he answered a text or a call from someone. Like he didn't forget about it for 2 weeks.
So what I'm hearing you say is your guest
I was
today.
just be honest. How responsive was I?
Let's be honest.
This is this is
It
good.
was like within a couple hours. Like sometimes my wife doesn't even text me back.
See? It's good.
That's very good.
Really good.
I think it's delicious. Now I'm not an experienced the blend here. I like how it lists all the blend. It's
Mm-hmm.
But what's in this one?
it says on the side.
Matthew has a hard time reading.
It's a Discovery series. So it's got
rye.
it's got 62%. Oh, so it's got some 9-year, 13-year, 10, 6, and 10, where they just kind of mix.
But that's what they're known for. They mix a bunch of stuff together.
Whatever they're doing, it seems
It's
working.
good, whatever it is. There's not a ton, like the most rye is 13% in the mash bills that they have, but it's solid. And it's 114 proof.
But it doesn't.
Like it
doesn't
drinks
drink
like
like
90.
What
yeah,
just happened
It
there?
really does.
Yeah.
I
think I have water in mine. I forgot to pour it out.
Oh,
I was wondering. I was like, these
What's
guys,
going on?
they went like full
I
weird.
don't know what
They were
happened there.
changing each other's drinks.
He was drinking? Yeah, that was interesting. What I heard Bobby say is his guest, he's just gone. His guest brought bourbon, and Matt's guest was a chicken restaurant and didn't bring any chicken.
They broke out a pro move on us, so they didn't bring me chicken. And we told them we're going to go to the chicken restaurant after.
We're going to
So
spend
really,
money tonight.
They won because
Yeah,
They
I
really
need to
did.
take lessons
Yeah.
from them.
There was no free chicken.
yeah.
They're going to hose us for, and we'll probably charge us double tonight, too, on top of that.
I poured the water out of my glass. I think
You
there was
get a reverse coupon code. You pay 20% more.
exactly.
So, Charlie, I got to be honest, and this is probably the funniest thing I said all day. I don't know who the heck you are or what you do. We got an inbound call. We got a guest.
Let's go.
Yes, we're excited.
Do
Do you have a job? Do you have a business?
Not really.
Somebody reach out to
sell
us.
just
crack
wanted
on
to
the
be on.
side.
He just wanted to be on the show. I mean, what difference does it make?
No, but he does have a business. Tell us about
Dude, so I actually grew up in Alaska.
It's my favorite place.
Dude, I stalked you a little bit. I love riding sleds, and anyway, that's so we could talk. We could talk.
Matt.
We could talk about
Slide down.
I thought you saw my halibut.
That's Tuesday for me.
I caught 176-pound halibut last summer when I went up there.
Did you cook it and eat it?
Yeah,
It's amazing. Yeah, what at Seward or Homer? Or,
out of Homer.
that's where my parents live. Yeah, there you go.
Wyoming is my second favorite place.
Anytime you need to
Alaska's
go,
my
he'll just
favorite.
fly you up there. He's got one of those bush planes.
Let's go. Super. Yeah. Wait, what were we talking about?
We're talking about you. Sorry.
I really want to talk. Yeah, we could. Anyway.
We're going to talk about his bright blue hat. We'll get back to that.
Squirrel. So I grew up woodworking. I got a scroll saw when I was 8-9 years old, and then I apprenticed under a boat builder in Homer, Alaska, wooden boat builder. And then I moved into the white collar scene for a while, and it paid the bills, but it was pretty
White collar.
miserable. It's like, how can we get out of this with too much collateral damage? And then during COVID, so we homeschool our kids. We kind of try to keep our kids in a closet and all of that. And my wife has brilliant ideas. She's way smarter than I am.
All of our wives, shout out.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are.
Yeah.
They all are.
They are all brilliant.
All right, so
And
tell
so-
us a little bit about your family. What's your wife's name?
My wife's
Kids.
name is Jessica. I have 4 kids. So the oldest is Eden. She's 15.
Okay.
Justice, my only son, is 13.
I like that name.
Then Merritt is our third daughter, or third in line, second daughter. She's almost 10. She's the class clown. And then we had a COVID baby, Haven.
Heck yeah.
Who's 4.
Let's go.
4 now, and she's
Isn't it hard to believe it's 4 years ago?
I know.
Yeah. Crazy.
2020. Yeah.
So,
So you had a COVID baby too, didn't you? No.
No.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. Our youngest is 13.
But you were
our youngest is 14.
But you were trying to have a COVID baby.
I mean, I look like I have a COVID, but I didn't.
No, you look good. You look like you lost some weight. You look good.
I mean, I've been trying to eat better.
not too much
I
pressure.
haven't been drinking as much.
Carrie just has him busy all the time, so he can't go out and play anymore. So he's
The
just
real reason
naturally
is Rob
losing
and I
weight.
haven't been around each other as much lately.
You both lost a lot of weight.
I think
found
Angie
out
and
that
Carrie
we
are
hang out, we
talking.
gain weight.
Angie and Carrie have been talking. They're like, okay, this is getting out of control.
The grilled chicken number 5 tonight.
That's right.
That's what we're gonna have.
Wasn't there some poll that ladies like dad bods or something?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Something they must love us.
embrace it.
The problem is Rob and I went past dad bod. We went like to Shamu size. So like we're trying to get back to the dad bod.
Hey, but I will tell you guys, I actually tuned into the show last week when you guys were on.
Yeah.
And both of you, I mean, you could see a huge difference. That show was filmed how many months ago?
Which way's the beach?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting beach ready. Yeah. And there's no Speedo coming out yet. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Helios.
Okay, I got to get
back to Charlie.
Back on track.
So homeschool, brilliant wife, COVID. I need to do something. Yes,
Yep.
more amazing kids. She suggested I offer woodworking classes for homeschool. Kids good, right? When we didn't know how legit COVID was, right? Everything started falling apart, and right, even the public school kids were homeschooling for a while and all.
Now, not to interrupt you, but are you still in Alaska here?
No, I'm in. Wait,
No, like in before.
I still have a
during
house.
COVID,
Oh,
were
yes.
you in Alaska?
Yes.
Okay,
This is all.
okay.
Yep. This is
So
all
you're not in Arkansas right now, and you're in the store.
Correct.
Well, he's here now.
Holy cow.
I'm just trying to figure out how you got there.
Once he said Alaska, Matt was gone.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Where
of.
are my fish?
What's the
We're
proof
here, but we're not all there.
114.
Okay.
Okay, so keep going. Sorry. to
So
interrupt.
yeah, this is in Alaska, 2020. I roll this out, and it was a success. Now, Alaska for quite a while has had some state-funded homeschool opportunities. Like I think, I don't want to get too political. Arkansas is trying to move that with this Learns Act thing, and I think there's going to be a lot of resources
That's
available
awesome.
for school choice.
Which I think
kind
there
of thing.
should be.
Yes, I think I'm an advocate, but again, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Everyone can have their own opinion on that. But it's options are good usually, and it was a hit, right? I mean, even a lot of high schoolers, when we were kids, they had shop class, and a lot of those have been cut for sports and computer stuff, and nothing against that.
Did you do shop in school? Like, how did
100% we did.
you did?
They wouldn't let me in.
Well, and it's like you said, I think, you know, whether it be the government or whoever, they feel like everyone fits in the same box and they don't. And there's some kids that the only reason they would come to school is because they love woodshop. So they would get good enough grades in the other classes so
Right.
they could do that.
Exactly.
And I think we've gotten away from that. And
But how did you learn? How did you learn?
we had woodshop,
But
but
was it
we
with Dad?
built, yeah, my dad, we built our house when we were kids also.
That's very cool.
So
Yeah.
you learn, as you know,
Exactly.
a lot of
I
it's
do,
like,
yeah.
I think a lot of people overthink it. It's a lot of
go
what
figure
we
it out.
do is trial and error.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
if it messes up, do it again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think kids they're to a point now where they don't realize you have to keep throwing things up at the
It's
wall
fixable.
until it sticks.
It's all
and they think it's black and white, and it's not.
Right.
Like you have to.
Well, and we have such a risk-averse culture now that everyone is very fearful. And a screen is not going to cut your finger off. Yeah, but it might cut your brain off. Or something. I mean,
Yeah.
there's kids can rise to the occasion
That's right.
Yeah.
if you assume they're going to fail or they're not capable of doing something. Fail, I probably shouldn't use the word fail, but if they're not capable
No,
of
you can
doing
use
something, they're gonna live up to those expectations. On the flip side, right? If you think they can, they will.
Yeah.
And so it's incredible to observe the confidence build when you give kids the opportunity to prove themselves and have some respect. They're They want to live up to that, and it that confidence rolls over into other areas of their life as well. And so it's really cool to observe that where there is some danger. You don't need to be a helicopter and live in a padded room. Let's let's live a little and experience and
right.
love it. So,
Love it.
So the business.
yes, Workbench Collective.
Yes.
So how'd you get to Northwest Arkansas? Like what?
That might have to be a whole different podcast.
Okay.
But we full-time RV'd for a couple of years.
Okay.
I married a California girl, and
We
she
definitely
lived.
need to have him back on the
Yeah.
whole full-time
Yeah.
RV thing. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that'd
a
be
good podcast
Yeah.
for a cool podcast.
Yes.
Because I would like to do that.
God, I'm bringing so much
Do you get
value.
credit for a second guest? Hell yeah.
Do you have any more bourbon, or do you have some scotch you can bring? Yeah.
I might have. Once I have a little bit of street cred here, I want to see if I can.
What's
get
in it
you
for
guys-
us?
I think you guys would enjoy some Hourloa. I think you would. Anyway. So we actually wrote down a list. So I still love, if it wasn't for my wife, I'd probably still be full-time in Alaska. We still are there a significant part of the year. We still have, we still domiciled there actually.
Right.
But it was basically between Idaho and Arkansas. And they're both really, it's actually
Had you been
intimidating.
here before?
Yes.
Okay.
Not a significant amount of time. We really didn't know anybody here. But it's almost intimidating when you can go anywhere you want. You start second guessing anything. You start doing pros and cons lists. I mean, this place has great, tax structure. This place has good culture. Quite frankly, California would be great if you got rid of all the people.
Yeah.
California is
I heard Idaho is really good potatoes.
Yes.
Idaho is a beautiful. It's a good state too.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was about like the smartest pencil response.
So the only Idaho basically was a little too similar to Alaska for the winter.
Too starchy.
Yeah.
Too cold and
Right.
starchy.
Look, I don't want to be in
the
Boise.
dad jokes are coming out over there.
Anyway, Arkansas won out, and it's been
Why?
incredible the community.
Why did Arkansas win out?
For you.
It's got more or less 4 seasons. I'm a little butthurt on the winters, but whatever. I'm learning to deal. My wife wanted me to know that I was married to her and not married to Alaska. So, the rolling hills, the culture. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot. It's got a lot going for it. I think it's been one of the best kept secrets. I mean, I don't know if you did share this, Josh. I don't know your whole story of what brought you. This is kind of the opposite direction for me, but I mean, Arkansas is a lot different than the East Coast.
No. My story is I was working for CPG. I was working for Colgate-Palmolive, and I bounced around the U.S. quite a bit. All big cities: Boston, Minneapolis, Chicago, New York. And I kid you not, you had to have a succession planning profile at Colgate, and it said mobility, and it said we'll move anywhere except Arkansas. I swear on my father's grave, that's what it said on there. So my one of my bosses, he moved down here. He flew up to Chicago when I was living, and he recruited me down here. He goes, it'll be 18 months, no more. That's it. And I debated it forever. Should I come? Did I not come? But you looked good on the resume saying you called a Walmart, and here I am 13 years later, and I wouldn't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I try to explain that to people. I have a lot of friends still back east, and they don't understand it. Like, you got to come down here to visit it.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to believe once you get here.
Absolutely. So, we decided to come down and start. And again, I'm not a corporate guy, but again, there's parallels to the culture, and there's a pretty significant homeschool community here. And my wife posted some stuff on Facebook. Hey, if we offered woodshop classes, would anybody be interested? And like within 24 hours, there was like 100 comments on this thing.
That's huge.
I guess that's a sign. I don't know. So
It is huge.
panhandling was my next option.
We were Saj Young.
I appreciate that.
Bobby got credit for it. Yes, you did back.
Well, but like I always tell people, like that these are skills that no one can ever take from you.
Right.
Like,
That's right.
Like if you lose your job, you can go do that. It's something to fall back on all the time, which a lot of people don't have nowadays.
Right.
So
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah. So again, rolled it out and
Is it online or is it brick and mortar? Is it? You actually
It's
have a
brick
shop?
and mortar. Yeah. So
How would you do wood shop online?
I didn't know if he was. I didn't know if he was doing like video.
I'm not even a good wood shop guy, but
He's from back east.
I mean,
didn't
so
know.
am I, but I mean, come
I didn't
on.
know if he's like, all right, now everybody try to.
I mean,
if you don't know how to work your wood,
whoa.
Sometimes you can do wood virtual.
that's right. Yeah, no.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, no. It's funny. I did have a parent that had 2 boys she wanted to put in, and one boy didn't want to because they thought it was all like learning about woodworking.
Yeah,
like
learning about
like that
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
Yeah.
let's sit in here and have a textbook on how to build something. Yeah, that would be terrible.
So you is it teenagers, high school kids? Like who are you?
Yeah,
we
what age do you
start at 3rd grade.
Which is
Usually, yeah. So that's mostly hand tool work, but they do, once they graduate the intro class, they do actually do some scroll saw work. So if you're familiar with a scroll saw, you got to work pretty hard at cutting your finger off. It's kind of like a gerbil nibbling on something. Like you can draw blood, but anyway. So a lot of true furniture cabinet makers look down their nose at a scroll saw because it's a little more. They would almost construe it as crafting. We use DeWalt scroll saws. They like other DeWalt stuff. So
You don't have to worry about losing fingers.
right, exactly. And then again, as age appropriate, we'll start doing bandsaw work and other things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been very well received, and then now we're also bringing in the community woodshop piece. So basically, you can, similar to a gym membership, you can have a key card, and if you know what you're doing after signing some waivers and watching a couple videos, you have access to the shop to do whatever you want.
Are the classes certain hours? I assume.
Yeah. Yep. So the classes, I mean, they're in conjunction. It's the same facility. It's kind of opposite sides of the wall. But if you don't know how to use the machines, come. We'll teach you class. We'll hold your hand. If you already know what you're doing, but you don't have the budget or the space for your own personal wood shop, come and
So bring us back just a little bit. Like, when did you open? When did
Where are you?
So we are.
Where's he located?
Yeah.
So we are.
'Cause, I mean,
We
we're-
tried really
it's
hard.
Super cool.
We tried really hard to
I
find
love
space
this.
in
Yeah.
Bentonville or Rogers, and
It's too expensive.
no. So we're in Springdale,
Right.
hopefully.
Which is fair.
Hopefully,
That's fine.
we're
It's not
anywhere in Northwest Arkansas.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We're 20 minutes.
right, exactly.
I might send some of my trim guys for some tune-ups with you, some refreshers.
So we're right off 49 and Sunset,
Okay.
right on Springdale,
So
and there's some.
When did you open? Like when
We
did,
just
like,
opened.
Okay.
It's
So
brand new.
yes,
Okay.
yep,
And
Yep.
you do everything from 3rd grade to our age.
adult.
And at our age, you
Usually
can
the
either-
adults are more.
You could
of a
either
pain in
take the
ass
class,
than
yeah,
kids.
I'm sure, because they know everything, but they know nothing.
Yeah.
And we're all that. We're
Right.
guilty of that.
Yes.
That's why our wives are always better at everything, because they know the directions and we don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
But so you'll do classes for everyone, but after 18 or whatever, you can have a membership and do
Correct.
your own,
Exactly.
which is huge because you could make things like you could make something for Emily.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day's coming
There
up.
you go.
Because I remember, so at our school, and I'm old, in 7th grade, you could do wood shop.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of 7th grade, all you could do was hand tools. So you had to make a bread box
Okay.
and a cutting board.
There you go.
And you had to hand saw and
Oh,
stuff.
it's Do you still have painful. yours?
Oh yeah, my parents still have it. But it's like you could pick the wood, and
Yep.
we had to do sorry to steal your show.
No.
We had to do an architecture session where
Yeah.
we would draw. I don't know if you guys do that.
Yeah.
So exciting.
We would draw it all
This is
up,
wheelhouse.
and then he would be like, "How many board feet are you going to need?"
Right.
And figure out what it's going to be. Do you want it to be walnut or what kind of wood?
There you go.
And it's things that you'll use for the rest of your life. that
Absolutely.
we learn. So
I don't know.
I love that.
That might be a good segue here. I brought you guys something cheesy.
Oh, look at
Dude,
this.
that's so
So-
cool.
Look at this.
So any of you guys could build it. This is just a little token from
Look at
from
this.
Oh,
Workbench
my gosh.
Collective. So these are I couldn't think of something for bourbon, so hopefully occasionally you guys have a beer.
That
Heck
is
yeah.
perfect.
So Josh
So
is a little
cool.
more refined. He's got that Eastern culture. And I got you maple.
Nice.
So
Look
it's
at
a
that. That's
BT
fantastic.
Our first official
You got
First gift.
item.
I gotta tell you, you may be our permanent guest.
You
This
could
is
have it.
amazing.
It's all yours.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to have the third graders are gonna have to start making these for us so we can sell
That's
them.
amazing.
Yeah.
Merch.
Yeah, we got
Yes,
merch.
you got our Workbench Collective logo on the back. Matt is Cherry because if you want to get something done, you call Matt, right? He's consistent,
Oh,
he's dependable.
I love cherry wood.
And here it comes.
There you go.
And Bobby.
So Bobby is the black sheep of the family here. He's got walnut, but you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have the best time
I love
when
it.
you're hanging out with
Like that's
Rob.
gonna match
That's amazing.
his whole bar.
All right, so we're gonna have you over to Bar Nelson,
I love it.
and you'll see a lot of walnut, and
gorgeous.
you'll
Yes.
see this right up there like that.
That was amazing.
So what's so neat
That's
now that you guys have is
Really cool.
obviously you have a machine that does all of this, or how are you doing?
I don't yet. I outsource the laser, but it's on
Okay.
it's on the acquisition list.
But that's what's so neat. Like woodworking has gone
Yes.
so much better than what it was when we were kids.
So I think I don't mean to contradict what you're
Yeah.
saying. You're spot on.
Yeah.
But what we're trying to do is go old school. Most of the maker spaces that are out there focus on 3D printing, CNC, and some laser stuff. And that has its place, and I actually love it. And we do it. I'm not just BSing you. We want to get a laser machine. We don't yet. But I feel like there's a different skill set that you actually need to manually be able to use a table saw, be able to use a lathe, be able to use a drill press. And then again, I want to, add these things in as well, but we're kind of taking a little different route, going with a traditional shop and then adding in, more of the push the button, press print.
I
The
love
logo
your
is freaking spot on.
I love your
The bee?
Yeah.
Like covering up my head.
We stole
Sorry.
like he did it all.
It's amazing.
But I love your idea because all of us, me included, there's times when it would be so nice to go to your shop where it's all set up and I don't have to dig everything out.
Exactly.
And you can go do it. And
Yep.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to put you on the spot. You should go do a guest speaker at one of the classes.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Wouldn't that be great?
I bet you Dave would go.
Davey would do it. So this is what he
we'll
this
come
is
and
his-
support.
what he loves.
I've been trying, but
No, we'll get him. We'll get him
We'll
down
get
there.
him.
No, yeah.
Because this is the kind of stuff that like he and I know and you know. So when I started in this business in building homes, in high school we worked and I was an electrician because our neighbor was an electrician, and half of the people on the job site were my age.
Right.
Now the youngest person on any of our job sites is probably mid-30s.
Yeah.
And these kids don't realize it's a good profession. I think for years people have looked down on it, but it's a good profession
They're crushing.
that you some people don't want to sit in an office all day.
no.
But that's you want kids. Everybody wants kids to go to college and blah
Yeah,
blah 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 blah.
I
and I'm
honestly
telling you, the trade school stuff right now, there's a huge void for people, and you make a lot of money.
I feel it's going
And
to
it's
cycle
not
back,
even the
though.
money. It's like
truly
it's like
believe it's gonna
it's like
cycle
your
back.
lifestyle. Like you
Right.
can some people they aren't like I have been fortunate that I've never really had a job that I hate. But I know a lot of people that can't stand their job, but that's what they've done
I've
their
had
whole life, and that's
had
just
multiple.
what they do.
Yep.
And it's like it's hard for me to ever think that because I've had a few jobs that I didn't like, and I just quit doing it. And
Yeah.
But a lot of people, you get stuck in this in this lane, and you're like, I have to pay for the house. I have kids.
Yeah.
I can't leave.
I have child support.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to my.
And I mean,
Your ex-wife.
but like even like you, Josh, I think it's therapeutic doing
It really
a lot of
is.
this stuff, like going and building something that to some people, this would be a huge thing to build that they
Yes.
could tell everyone that they did.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
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 If I go home and I'm changing a light bulb, I was like, look what you did today. I'm like,
Yeah.
I changed a light
Right.
bulb. It's exciting.
Yeah.
That'd be big for
Yeah.
you.
Big for me.
We live in
You say that and laugh, but there's a lot of people that call Rob and I out to
yeah.
do that kind
To
of
change
stuff
the
because they
light bulb.
don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
we live in such a digital world, and I'm not knocking
Yeah.
screens or iPads or anything else like that, but there's something incredibly satisfying that's like tactile. You actually,
Yep.
you're like, I don't know.
And like-
You're right, just getting an
And
axe
I love
out
that
and
you
making
guys
sawdust.
they get to draw up what they're going to build
Yes.
and make a plan.
Right.
It's not just, like a lot of times in real life and like with the show stuff, it's in your head and you're just doing it.
Right.
But no,
But it's nice to teach kids draw it all up.
Right.
And then
But no
that's how you
BS.
build it.
I think you're more excited than Charlie is. Like for you, like
Oh,
you
I am.
you love
This
this.
is so
This would be
neat.
cool for you.
It is.
No.
No, I mean, you can go to Lowe's and get one of their little kits or something like that. And again, that's great. But if you can actually just assembling something, that it's good. But this is, this empowers kids a lot.
The problem you're gonna have with Matt is like tomorrow he's gonna open up the Mars woodworking group, and he's gonna put you out of business. I feel it. That was competition is healthy. That's why we got Home Depot. And I can't say it is.
I can tell you, Carrie won't let him do that.
Yeah, it's true. Shout out to Carrie.
Shout out to Carrie.
I will say that maybe me and Dave could help you find a spot up here one.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's keep the conversation going. We would
So tell us
that.
more about the business.
Yeah.
Like, how's it going? You've only been open for
Right. So we've leased some other space. So we've been doing the classes with kids for the past 2 years, very successfully.
right
Non-virtually. Correct. In person.
at the space you're at now, or different. It
So
doesn't
we
matter.
just not the Springdale location is new.
Okay.
So we just opened there. Especially when this goes live, I know there's a little bit of delay in there, but we are in Springdale, ready to go. We've been using a shop in Bella Vista and then Centerton, things like that. But the classes with kids are not new, but this location is new, and then what is brand new is the membership to use the shop.
And how's it going so far?
Great. I mean, we're just new, so we want to keep getting the word out. We need more members. We want more members.
How much does membership cost?
So maybe it's another. There's 3 different levels depending
like the
on.
kids' place.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I think the lowest. Double check the website. So the website is
approximate.
Yes,
that's fine.
The website is the workbenchcollective.com. And I think the low end gets you like 5 days a month, and it's around $120 a month.
It's cheap.
The next one,
Wait, 5 days I can come and
correct.
Unlimited amount of, like, I can be there for 4 hours, 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. There's a middle one that's
cheap.
There's a middle one that's 10 days, I think. And then the unlimited is $300 a month, and you can go every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You get a locker.
Which is cheaper than
$10 a day.
Yes, and
$10 a day. You go every single day.
We have.
Rob's gonna have all his trim guys there working.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry for
no
interrupting
commercial.
again.
No, this is for your own enjoyment. We can't have people making cabinets and selling them out the back door.
They're like, we're trying to teach a class over here.
They're in production. They got the.
He's got his own sign up. Metal like homes.
Table saws it's running 24/7. No, so for the B Team listeners, we're offering 15% off.
Heck yeah, I didn't even have to ask.
There you go.
He watches the podcast.
He knew you were gonna ask.
What do you have for the viewers? Boom!
There
He
you go.
watches the show.
So it's for the 15% off the unlimited level, and I think you should be able to plug in B Team, all one word, for a coupon code, and that'll get.
So I'll ask you a clarifying question. So
Yes.
if somebody wants to do this work but doesn't want to buy all the tools, they could just come down, unlimited, bring all their stuff, work as much as they want in your shop?
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
That's really great.
Because
Which one good saw you would pay for a year?
easy.
No, I mean, you know that. Back me up on this.
Yeah.
If you want to get a fully
The
equipped
blades,
shop,
like-
you're looking at 80 to 100 grand.
That's
you
what
know.
it's. I mean,
Yeah.
easy.
And you need
And to
space
be
for it.
fair, you'll
And you
never
have to have
use
the
it
space
enough
for it.
unless you're
Exactly. So, I mean, if you have unlimited resources and you're building a custom shop, yes, you'll probably do that. But most people, retirees in Bella Vista or people working, for Walmart, they've got an apartment. This is a great opportunity that I think is economical.
Oh, I agree.
And
I think Dave should sell the barn, and like season 8, he should be doing all his woodworking stuff down there.
Now.
It would be great. To be great.
anyway, yeah. So we want the word to get out. We want the word to get out.
I think it's a genius idea.
In all seriousness, because we say a lot of bullshit on this podcast and none of it ever happens. Right? Oh, we're gonna do mat stock and all this stuff that never happens. You should really go down. You should go down and do. It'll never happen. You should go down and do a class.
No, we got to get Josh down there. We got.
No, this is not my jam. I would love to try
I know
it.
it's not,
No,
but
I'm
I
trying
think
to
if
pressure you,
you
but
went
you
and
need to.
tried it,
I would love to try it.
and so I think this is going to be the biggest question. Maybe not in the beginning, but down the road, is like someone like Josh. He's not a hands-on guy.
Right.
Like if he buys the 5-day, the 10-day, or the unlimited, like what does he get any help from you on things,
Am I getting
or like
training?
are like how involved are you with people at any of those levels, or how does that? Because some people, I think, it would be like a bucket list.
It's probably
I want to make my
two-tier.
wife X,
Right.
but I don't know all the details.
But you would do it. You would show up and you wouldn't need anything.
But
I would need.
that's probably something separate, right? There's
Right.
probably
So
like adult
and that
classes.
was my question.
Yeah.
Adult
So
classes.
the short
and then-
answer is the short answer is no. If
Yeah.
you buy a membership, you're on your own.
Okay.
I don't have any obligation to help you. I might, as a favor, help
Yeah.
Josh out
Right.
if I see if he's drunk.
But if someone doesn't have that,
so that we have
what is
classes.
it?
Yep. So
Yeah.
we have
Classes.
so it's seven. I think if you are a member, you get a discount on the classes.
Right.
So then you would attend a class, and we would walk you through making the project.
So,
in
so
the
someone
class.
like Josh who has, or myself who have no business in a woodworking shop, we'd come to a class,
Yes.
learn some stuff,
Right.
and then take it to the membership level.
Exactly.
Matt would do a membership.
That would be the progression.
So
Matt
at those
Dave would do
classes,
is-
when you do the classes, do you do it kind of like the school thing? Like
Right.
you like, we're going to make a bread box.
Yes. Yeah. So everyone's
It's going to
making
be
the same.
3 classes or 4. You
Right.
put it up the first.
Get your basics.
What could you teach? What would you teach in a class? What would you have somebody do?
I mean, you have to have someone with structure, like what you.
Right.
No, but like, would you have them make what? What would be?
So usually like a cutting board,
Right.
something that you use every day. I think is the most important.
Meaningful. It
Like if
becomes
you made
meaningful.
Emily or the kiddos a cutting board, or if they made one, she would never get rid of it because, and a lot of women use cutting boards for decoration even.
Yeah.
So I would say usually you start with the cutting board and then you do something more.
Yes.
Like we would do this bread box, and it had a roll top, like, and it kind of like teaches you all the different. You have to
Right.
use a router, and you have to use a band.
I would love to come down and make a pizza peel.
Well, I was gonna say
I got a brand new pizza oven in my
that's what I was
my
gonna ask.
backyard, and I'd love to come and do a pizza
So
peel.
Well, hold
I'm
on.
gonna come over to Bar Nelson, and we're gonna have some pizza.
No, but
too.
but in all seriousness, I was going to ask that question because
Right.
on the on your mom's episode
Yeah.
of the show,
Dave made some
Dave
pizza
made one,
peels.
and it looked like he made it in like 3 minutes. Now I know it's TV, right?
Right.
But he knocked this thing out. And I was like, that's impressive. Like that's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Like,
But
how
when
hard
it
would be
gets
to make
to
that?
it, it's not that involved. But
Right.
but
you have to have the basic
Yeah.
skills. It's like Mallory going to cooking
Yeah.
school, right?
Shout
you
out
gotta
to
go-
Mallory.
Shout out to Mallory. You got to go and learn the basic sauces,
Yeah.
the basis, all the basic stuff, and then you go into the kitchen
and there's different levels of
all that stuff.
the cutting a real cutting board. Old cutting boards are like end grain.
Mhm.
Like they're not
A
like
real butcher
you
board.
make like
Yeah.
like they're not like the ones that you.
Right.
But it's neat because you can learn all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't go buy those kind of butcher blocks anymore.
No.
Unless
You see some
they're
people
old.
selling them at the market, the Bentonville downtown
Yeah,
market. You see
farmers
guys,
markets
yeah,
and stuff.
they're selling those things there, and they're probably doing them
Right.
like at a shop like yours.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, most of them probably have their own space.
Yeah.
But no,
Now, would you do, again, all seriousness, would you do couples night, like where
we're absolutely very open to doing
that
a
would be
day.
cool, like classes
So,
with the wives?
It's tricky.
Can you have wine? You can-
I thought about that. I just don't think it's
Alcohol
smart.
and
No.
work probably can't mix.
I lost a finger, but pour me some more drinks.
Yeah, cappuccinos.
Yeah.
Cappuccinos.
And we have belt sander races. We would wait until the teacher would turn around and we'd lock them on.
That must be a woodworking joke.
Yeah.
But up, up, you laugh. I don't know what he's talking about.
Good, you can look it up on YouTube. So the challenge, I'd love to do a date night thing, but it's going to be a ridiculously simple, like maybe carve a spoon. Like most wood has some kind of joinery, and if you got to let glue dry, and then you got to sand it more. So it's really
A
tricky.
process.
It's really tricky to do. I do have a list of, but it's gonna, in my mind, it's almost.
You would
stupid
almost
simple
have to
things.
glue it all up and have them ready.
Right. Yeah. So you could, if I had a cutting board blank and then they designed the shape and they cut it out.
Yeah.
And so I'm very open. Yeah. We
That's a good idea,
We
though.
want
Well, I do
feedback.
Because it's kind of like the painting with the twist.
That's what I was going to say.
Like the women love it and we go.
Well, I don't.
And
I've
the
never been.
woodworking
I don't know what he's
thing.
talking about.
We go.
Well, I haven't been in a long time, but like you.
Oh, don't worry. I think Carrie has it on your calendar. She just hasn't told you yet.
No, but like I don't mind doing it, but I think a lot of that, a lot of those things, even women going to do this kind of like it's fun. It's
Most
things that you've
women
never
love
done,
wood.
and they're a lot more
Amen.
artistic. Yeah,
I do think, in all seriousness, if you could have something halfway done or halfway started, and then you show up for an hour or two.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool. Like, I would do that.
Yeah, and I have
I
to
think
give
your
past,
business is going to evolve, right? It's brand new. You're figuring it out. And what it is today, it's going to be a little different in
absolutely
4 to 5 years from now.
We want to be flexible on that.
Yes.
And part of, I'm my own worst enemy because I'm a purist woodworker in my own sense. I'm like, I look down my nose at having a half-made project ready to go. But if that's what the market wants, we can totally make that happen for more people to be able to enjoy it in a quick process.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be all the time, but even once a month or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's the challenge. That's what the challenge we've seen with adults is usually they have more of an idea in their head. Oh, I saw this thing on Pinterest. I want to build that thing.
Yeah, that
and
thing's the kiss of death.
That's right. Palette furniture. But it's hard to kind of sell a group class making the same project with adults. It's much easier for kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kids are just we're gonna build this and be happy about it. And adults like, no, I want to build this thing. And so I'm like, okay, I'll get a membership, build whatever the heck you want. And yeah.
You love this though, don't you? This is right up.
I think it's a great idea that you have.
Well,
I do.
we want to get the word out. That's why.
Because
I'm grateful to be here,
I know like we kind of live in the city here, and most people don't have a shop,
Right.
City
and
for sure.
their wife doesn't want them to turn the garage into a wood shop
Or the expense.
it's a dust
Right.
bowl.
Right.
Yeah, but being able to go there and do the old when you leave, do the grub.
It's nice.
You're like you get in your car and the wood shop's still at the wood shop.
Yeah.
It's not you're drugging the house
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
everything.
Liabilities with like saws. I mean, I assume everybody's got to sign waivers and all that stuff.
Yes.
Smart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
I
So all
leave
that's
a finger there.
You would have to sign 2.
Oh yeah.
double wavered.
Max, you come over. How do you hit the button to turn it on? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So I want to highlight my business partner briefly, if
please.
that's okay. So
Yeah,
Clay
of course.
Ferguson is graduated from Bentonville High School, U of A. He's an engineer, so he's a lot more organized than I am. I'm kind of like, jump off the cliff and build my parachute on the way down. And he
Like Clay here.
yes, yep, we met at church.
Okay.
And he had the community. I had actually thought about it, but he didn't really think about the class side. He always wanted to put together a community wood shop. His parents own Heroes Coffee,
Oh.
and he did all of the,
Shout out.
Yes,
shout out.
Yes,
I
Heroes.
went there
podcast.
before I walked in here.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was here a little
So
early.
Clay,
That's a first.
I love their green tea.
yes. So Clay did a lot of the built-in furniture in a lot of the Heroes locations. I know.
The ones where you walk up
Yep.
on that's super cool.
Yep. So that's
Yeah.
Clay. That's Clay.
He did
Ferguson.
that.
Yep.
My
we
kids
need to get
always
him in here.
My kids always ask me to go up there, and then I like, hey, I can't get down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
super cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway,
Let's get heroes in here. That would be cool.
Yeah. What did he think about you coming on the B team tonight?
he was grateful. He didn't quite share my passion, but he probably would have been here actually. But he's been a little. His family's been battling a bug, and anyway, we got to get some stuff done for this weekend. So anyway, otherwise he would have been here. So yeah, I think I actually texted you, hey, can I have my business partner on here? So,
Last question for you. What do you think of Matt's hats? That's a new one. I've not seen this quite before.
It's
you're the baby blue. I think it brings out the blue in your eyes. Yeah.
You still have the cardboard in that thing? I'm seeing.
I think the cardboard's done. Oh, there is cardboard. That keeps it. It keeps it proper.
Keeps it fresh.
Is it brand new?
Oh yeah.
It's a nice lid.
Yeah.
I
I think Matt's
Secretly getting sponsored on this too.
and you and I got left out. Bass Pro and Poncho.
All this stuff he's sneaking in.
And now it's Workbench
The
Collective.
Workbench Collective. Yes.
I'm just distracted by all the hair poking out there. I mean,
Yeah. Here, look.
look at that. Oh,
Put that in
man.
there.
Wow.
The bee's happy to
I'm
see
a
you.
walking billboard.
Walking people.
Charlie, any parting last words? Anything you want us to know?
I just want to
Website?
thank Rob and all of you guys for having
That's right,
me. I mean, you guys kind of took a risk. So.
Like he said it correctly.
You did say thank Rob and all you guys.
That's right.
This could have been a disaster. It was amazing.
Yeah, it
It's
was
probably
amazing.
the best one we've had.
Yeah,
Ever?
It was very good.
Besides
So
Tom.
cheers.
Cheers.
Ours
Well
done,
done.
yes.
Cheers. He's like, I got to get the hell out of here.